Should you value mental health over money? This is something I want to explore in this video because I spent quite a lot of time debating this in my own life. In fact, I've even gone beyond just money and even debated whether or not mental health is more important than almost everything, really. Because at the end of the day, mental health is one of the biggest qualifiers for your overall life fulfillment and satisfaction. If your mental health is in a good place, odds are you're going to live a good life, provided, of course, you can sustain that. You can consistently have good mental health. So this is something I really like exploring, and I do believe at the end of the day, it is better to value mental health over money. This is something I've even done a few times in my own life, where in the past I've even quit jobs that were consistently making me incredibly unhappy, even without a backup job lined up. Now, I did go about it as smart as possible. I made a plan and everything. I made sure I had enough money to support myself, even if I was unable to find a job in a quick amount of time. But I still did that because, to me, mental health is way more important than money. I've always thought you can always get more money, especially as you get older, because people tend to gain more experience and whatnot, so they tend to start making more and more money by getting better job titles, more promotions, and so on and so forth. So money, to me, has never been the be-all and end-all. I've always thought it's more important to chase fulfillment and meaning in life, which usually comes from experiences, which, yeah, obviously money can help you gain more experiences. It can help you go to Disneyland with friends. It can help you go on a trip to Italy and stuff like that, which would usually be enjoyable experiences. But even beyond that, there are plenty of great experiences, meaningful things you can create for yourself without the use of money. You can just go somewhere and have a picnic. You can go for a hike in the forest with people you care about. There are many things you can do that don't really involve a whole lot of money beyond just needing gas so you can drive your car to the location where you're going to do whatever the activity is. So to me, money just isn't the most important thing, especially because I've seen enough people pursue money so much that on their deathbed, they almost have nothing that they really did beyond making money. Is that worthwhile? I don't believe it is. Like, all these billionaires out there have so much money. It's even crazy to me that they continue to want even more after they hit a certain point. Like, they hit a point where they can't even spend all the money in their lifetime, even if they tried, and they still want more. It's like, Jesus Christ, these people are using money as like a race to the top leaderboard type thing, where it's like a video game for them, where they're all trying to be in that first place on the wealth leaderboard. It's ridiculous. Like, to me, I've often thought that you could have someone who doesn't have a whole lot of money to their name, but if they're able to do the things they want to do, like maybe go surfing, have a great relationship with someone they care about, have a lot of close friends and family members, and just have freedom, that person's probably living a better life than that billionaire or the person who has all this money, but they're spending all their time trying to accumulate even more of it. Like, where's the freedom in that lifestyle where you're spending all your time stressed out and dealing with anxiety because you're trying to accumulate even more wealth? Now, I'm not saying that all rich people deal with that, but there are a lot of them who make their sole focus just accumulating more and more wealth. And while that, for the most part, isn't really here or there, I doubt many rich people watch my content. So most of you are probably just working ordinary jobs and that sort of thing, just trying to sustain yourself and keep moving forward. So I would say, for those of you who are like me, just normal people, not making a whole lot of money and whatnot, I do think it's worthwhile for you to ponder this in your own life. How much time do you actually want to spend devoted to acquiring more wealth? How much do you need to live comfortably, to do the things you want to do? The problem many people seem to make is they never think about this. So eventually they hit a point where they're able to live comfortably, but they think they need even more money beyond that. So then they start working even harder and dedicating more of their time and energy to their job to get even more money, but they've already hit the point where they can support themselves well. Any money beyond that isn't going to make you happier, and there have even been studies to show this, because we only need enough money to do the things we want to do. Beyond that, you're just wasting your time accumulating more of it. And this is something I've also thought about. We should all figure out what that amount would be for us. What amount of money will allow you to do the things you want to do, and then once you hit it, maybe it's worthwhile to stay there. maybe you don't need more. Maybe you don't need to focus on working so hard at a career or a corporation that may not even care about you, or just another cog in the wheel for them, just another number in an HR database that they have to pay. Like, I don't know. I do have a kind of bleak outlook on many jobs because so few corporations seem to care about the people that work for them. So it makes me very hesitant to be loyal to them. So it makes me believe many people should do the same thing, shouldn't dedicate all their time and energy making that corporation more money. Because all that really means is making the person who owns it, who created it, and the shareholders and board of directors and all of them more wealthy. Those people don't care about you. They don't even know you. So it's not fulfilling to chase money, especially if it costs you your mental health. So you really should spend a lot of time trying to think about what you need to live the life that you want. How much money would allow you to achieve those goals? And also, please be realistic here. I know some of you are going to say that you want like a Lamborghini or something. You don't need that. Like, come on, be real here. If you want these ridiculously expensive things, have fun. Like, I don't know how you're going to make enough money to support that lifestyle. Very few people are able to do that, and they usually only can do that if they're business owners. So unless you've got a great business idea, that may be an unachievable goal. But also, do you really need those things to be happy? That almost sounds like most of the time, whenever people want things like that that are incredibly luxurious, it's not because they actually want it, it's because they want to show off to other people. It's like an ego-based thing. So you really need to ask yourself, what do you truly want? And even, of course, maybe even need to some extent. But for the most part, just figure out what it is. What amount of money will allow you to live the lifestyle you desire? And then work towards that. And then remind yourself once you hit it, maybe you don't need more, right? Maybe you should then start dedicating time to doing things you want to do, to be able to go on vacations and whatnot. Because remember, the more responsibility you take on, the more money you make, it usually means that you're dedicating more of your time and energy to that job. So you won't be able to have the time to go on vacations as much anymore because your work is going to rely on you to be there making money for them. So yeah, it's just worthwhile to think about these things because life is so incredibly short, and I do believe many people make the mistake of valuing money over their mental health. And I don't think that's a fulfilling thing for many people to do. It's sad to hear some of the stories. Like, my roommate will tell me about people he works with who are getting up there in age and they're still working ridiculous hours, or still spending time away from their family to bring in more money. And it's like, at what point is it enough for you? Like, you're going to die eventually. What happens to that money at that point? You didn't spend any of it because you're always getting more of it, so you didn't get to even enjoy the fruits of your labor. What was the point of it all? So my goal in making this video is just to make sure none of you make that mistake where you end up on your deathbed at some point in the future and you look back on your life and you realize you spent way too much time working, because that's just not what we're here for, not in my opinion. We're meant for more than that. So yeah, anyway, this has been a passionate video. It's something I really wish more people would think about, because I just believe it's important. Like, it's special that we all even exist in the first place, and so many people spend this opportunity, they waste it, in my opinion, by pursuing money. Like, it's just dumb. So go out there, chase experiences and meaning, fulfillment, not money. But yeah, anyway, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci.